welcome Wargamers, Josh back with Kyle, bringing you another episode of War of the Realms. So we've got Kyle of Old World Wars fame. I think it was the last time we played, we talked about Age of Sigmar a bunch, right?
Yeah, that was just before Christmas, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
And after much shouting and trying to convince you to try the new game system, you have made the jump to play both systems like I do.
I have given in. We're trying this out. We'll see what happens again.
So I'm going to be running my Nurgle list, pretty similar list I've run before, running the Taliban, and you're bringing some of the new Tzeentch stuff, right?
Yep. It'll be the formation from the Grand Alliance book, the Change Host.
Okay.
But the rest of the stuff is going to be using a Disciples of Tzeentch rules.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's check out the armies and the board. Starting off, taking a look at the 2,000 points of the Disciples of Tzeentch. What have we got? These guys are all brand new to me. I guess they're pretty brand new to you too. This is what, your like second or third game?
Yeah. And it was, spent the last week reading up over them going, ooh, this looks like it could be fun. I guess it's time for a change in my army. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Alright, what do we got?
So we have ourselves, not Kairos Fate Reaver, but just a regular Lord of Change.
Okay.
His additional spell, because he is a Disciple of Tzeentch, is going to be Tzeentch's Firestorm, which we'll go over all that fun stuff. Then we have a Herald of Tzeentch, who will have the Unchecked Mutation spell. We got the Blue Scribes. We've got one big unit of Flamers. Oh, sorry, two separate units of Flamers.
Okay.
One big unit of Screamers.
Gotcha.
Then we have three different units, and this is my three battle lines for Pink Horrors. They have the Bolt of Tzeentch spell.
So each separate unit has that spell?
Yeah, so only one will be able to cast with match play, but if one dies, I can still keep casting that mortal wound spell.
Yep.
And we have ourselves a Burning Chariot to round it out.
And that's 2,000 points in the dot?
That is 1980, which was, I think, a fairly good year.
Alright, now as far as like artifacts or command traits or anything, what do we got going on?
So, for our Lord of Change, he's going to be my general. He has the Wellspring of Arcane Might, which any wizard within 9 inches of him, well, Tzeentch Demon Wizard, will get to reroll once when casting.
Okay.
And he also has the Aether?
I think it's Aether.
Aether Tether, which will give him the ability to reroll once when he's rolling a save.
Oh, okay, cool. And then anything else you got going on?
Yep, my Herald has the aspect of Tzeentch, and that is for my Destiny dice. At the start of every hero phase, I get to roll a dice. On a 6, I get to add one more dice to that Destiny pool.
Very cool.
But I can only ever have 9 in total.
Okay. Moving over to now, it seems like so much more straightforward easiness with the Demons of Nurgle. From a battle line, I'm going to be running 3 units of Plague Bearers, 2 units of 20, 1 unit of 10. I've got my unit of 3 Nurgling bases, 2 units of 2 Spawn. I've got a Great Unclean One and Epidemius. This is all going in together to the Taliban of Nurgle, their War Scroll Battalion. And then looking over here, running out the rest of the army, the Nurgle Mortals. I've got the Glotkin, which are going to be the general of the army. And then I've got a unit of Blight Kings. And that is 2,000 points on the dot. What I've taken is, I don't really, with him being the general, I don't get to get a command trait or anything too special. You can't take an artifact. The only thing here we're going to do, I believe it's Favor the Gods. We're giving an extra wound to the Great Unclean One. Armies are deployed on the board. We're doing the 3 places of power scenario. So we've got 1 objective, 2 objective, 3 objective. Looking at my deployment, I have got the 1 unit of 2 Beasts of Nurgle, big old unit of Plague Bearers, my unit of Nurglings. Moving over here, we've got my not my general. We've got my Great Unclean One, and then we've got the unit of 5 Blight Kings. Then my general, the Glotkin. Big old unit of 20 Plague Bearers, Epidemius, and then a little unit of 10 Plague Bearers and the 2 Beasts of Nurgle. Moving across the board, what do we got?
We got our Screamers. We've got Pink Horrors, which are really purple. We got our first unit of Flamers. We've got the Herald and Lord of Change. Second unit of Flamers. Another unit of Pink Horrors, Burning Chariots, Blue Scribes, and the big unit.
Now, we did have to make a little change, because originally you were going to take a World Scroll Battalion, but the points were a little off.
Yeah, with the update to the Disciples of Tzeentch book, I did not update my War Scroll in the app, and they still read as 40 points, but
Okay.
now 60 points, so it's over.
I
So
get
we
you.
just got rid of it and made it nice and easy.
Right, so you don't have the War Scroll Battalion, the Change Host or whatever?
Change host, yeah.
And so that means that somebody lost an artifact as well, right?
Yes, that's going to be this guy. He will no longer be rolling that one dice at the beginning of each turn to see if I can put a new Destiny point in.
Before anything else here, you get your Destiny dice, and this is
This is what allows Tzeentch to manipulate the battlefield.
and this is like your allegiance thing that you get instead of the regular Chaos one.
Exactly. So these 9 dice, I'm going to roll them now. And, ooh, that was actually really nice. I can keep these off to the side and choose to swap out a variety of different rolls, like casting, unbinding, to wound. to
It
hit.
runs all that kind of stuff. So basically, there's a big old list, and before you roll a dice, you can choose to substitute the Destiny dice. You can't do it after you roll, right?
Correct.
I think
have to
that's
choose to
one
do
of
it
the
first.
Okay. And okay, that's actually a really good roll.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Ready for the first round now. I did finish deploying first, which means I'm going to get to choose who goes first in the first battle round. And I do believe Tzeentch will be going first.
Uh-oh.
Let you get off to an early lead and hopefully get the chance to go twice in a row, do some damage. Hero phase for Tzeentch. Where do you want to start?
So let's start with the caster. Give him to use his boon of beacon of sorcery, not boon.
That's the command ability, right?
That is correct. So everybody here gets +1 to cast if they choose to.
It's played within 18 of him, right?
Yep. Which covers pink horse, blue scribes, pretty much everybody.
Okay, so actually the
trying to
entire
cast.
army.
Yeah.
Okay, good start. And then any other hero phase stuff you've got other than casting?
Not a whole lot. I think we'll just go straight to casting.
Throwing spells out.
Yep.
Now, before we get too deep into this, I have not played. I don't think I've played Tzeentch at all. And again, keep in mind, Kyle's a little new to this, so if there's anything where we're doing a lot of double checking or any little mistakes that are made, my apologies ahead of time, guys. But
Yeah, let us know so we can
really
always get
wanted to try out kind of a newish army. I know we're not using a ton of new stuff, but wanted to try some of the new stuff at least.
better. Yeah.
So, as far as casting goes, nothing really in range. I think I made the right decision turn 1 here. You do get the chance to go ahead and cast an Arcane Shield.
Yeah.
Do you know where you want to put it?
Yeah, so it's going to come from my Lord of Change, and I'm going to put it onto my Screamers. The
Okay.
ones are obviously going to go up the farthest.
So, you're casting on normally a 6, but you get +1 to the roll because of your command ability.
Yep. And being a Lord of Change with Master of Sorcery, I can change this 2 to match the highest.
Yep. So, that changes to a 4. So, total casting is, you
9.
basically, yeah. Ugh. So, you're definitely going to get shield off there. And I don't have anybody in range to unbind anyways.
And all my missiles are 18, so that's about that.
Over to movement now. We're going to start with this unit of Pink Horrors. They're going to go ahead and run.
Yep. So let's get them up there nice and early. Ooh.
So they get a 5-inch base movement plus another 5, means they're moving 10 inches up the board. It's going to be kind of tough to get to the objective, but I kind of almost gave up on it early on, but not putting any heroes over here. Taking a little bit more of a mid-board position, getting ready to hopefully get the blue scribes to help take that objective. The scribes themselves,
I'm going to fly up right behind them, make sure they're doing their work.
over to the next unit of Pink Horrors.
Just going to shimmy him up a little bit, still try and stay out of range of him if he just happens to get...
You're terrified of the Glockin, eh? That's the one that...
Oh, that 2d6, that's just going to hurt.
Yeah, he's got a really cool shooting attack that, if he's undamaged, can do some real nasty, nasty damage.
Yeah, so I'll just put a couple of these things, just shimmy him up, so if I do happen to get the first turn in turn 2, I'm able to run in there, grab it, maybe light your fire onto you.
Yep.
Literally.
Next unit of Pink Horrors moving up. Same kind of idea, not running, but trying to get in a position to take advantage if you get the second, go first in the second round, and not get hurt too bad in the first.
Really, really don't like the Glockin. So our Lord of Change is going to fly over here, so he puts his command ability well within range of all of my spellcasters. It'd be nice to kind of have him come up this flank and like, put some pressure in there.
But that's kind of my heavy flank over there.
Yeah, and that's going to be a little bit trickier to deal with. So consolidate my forces, don't spread out too thin.
Last unit to move are these are the Screamers, right?
Yes, they are. That one big unit.
Floating on up.
Blah, blah, blah. And they've got the nice little Mystic Shield in case they get a lucky charge, but
don't think that's going to happen this turn.
Yeah, I'll have to really spike the dice to be able to get anything into you. Moving everything up, that is the end of Tzeentch turn 1. Nothing arranged to shoot. So yeah, we're going to go right over to Nurgle turn 1. Over to the hero phase for Nurgle. We're going to start off with the Glockkin using the command ability Lords of Nurgle. Since he's the general, then until the next hero phase, add 1 to the attacks characteristics of any melee weapons used with a Glockkin, any other friendly Nurgle units within 14. So everybody makes an extra attack with every weapon they've got.
Fun.
Spellcasting for the Glockkin. I'm going to go for Fleshy Abundance onto this unit of Plague Bearers, which gives every model in the unit an extra wound until my next hero phase. So basically makes them twice as difficult to kill. This is being cast on a 7, and not getting it with a 5. Glockkin does get to cast 2 spells per turn there, so I'm going to go ahead and try to put a shield up on himself. Show me a 6. Not getting it with a 4.
I like these dice.
So much for that. Wah wah. And then, yeah, no other real spells that are going to do anything because the Lord of Change, Grit and Clean one doesn't have range to cast his spell.
Just as I planned.
Over to movement now. I'm going to start with the Beast of Nurgle over on this side. Remember, they can run and charge, which is pretty cool. They got a base 5-inch move, plus this unit is going to run an extra 6 inches.
Well.
Oh, an 11-inch move. Up they go. That's actually pretty awesome, because if I can tie those things up, I don't know how resilient they are, but...
They're kind of resilient. They're really good at hunting monsters. Amazing at that.
Ugh. Over to the opposite side of the board now. Same thing, going to run this unit of beasts. They're going to go an extra 5 inches for a 10-inch move. Good start for the flanks here. Let's go next. This big old unit of Plague Bearers going to run. How far are they going to move extra? They get to move an extra inch. Awesome, guys.
That's what you get for listening to a bell.
Up they go with the 5-inch move. Next round, the Nurglings go. They're going to run 5 plus another 3 for an 8-inch move. Not terrible. Next up, going to go ahead and run the Blight Kings. They get to go their base 4-inch move, and they get a +1 to their run distance. So 4 plus another 4 for an 8-inch move total. Up they go. Next, let's get the Glockkin out of the way. Moves 8. Gonna run for an extra... we call it, yeah, it's cocked. Reroll. There we go. 9-inch move total.
Slow down, Timmy.
Move over this way. We're gonna have this unit of Plague Bearers go ahead and run. 4 plus another... What? Hey, good job, guys. 5-inch move. Not gonna lie, a little disappointed, but last unit of Plague Bearers, they're gonna run fast. You ready? See how fast they're gonna go? 4 plus another 5. There we go.
Yeah, saving it all up.
9-inch move. These are the sprinters of the bunch. Up they go, following the Glockkin. Last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and move my Grit and Clean one. Moves 5-inch base. He's going to run as well for an extra inch. Attaboy.
Very consistent.
Very consistent with my poor rolls. Marks the end of my movement here. Nothing that I can shoot that, well, didn't run. So we're going to go ahead and do some charges. We're going to start off with this unit of, I keep wanting to call them Spawn, but they're not. They are Beasts of Nurgle. How far are they going to charge? Woo! 10 inches? Yeah, I think they're getting in. They've done their job moving up into the Screamers. Going to come way over on this side of the board now. Try to charge this unit of Beasts of Nurgle. How far do they go?
They're waving at you. They want you to be friends.
Good. These are like puppies. They just want to play. They're going to go 8 inches. Let's see if that's enough. I don't think it is. Scratch that. I was definitely in range. I was only about 7.5 away. So that's going to bring us over to combat. I've got 2 choices here. I think we're going to go ahead. I want to do some damage to these guys. And the Screamers, no. Let's attack the Screamers first. Swinging over here first, I am in range of the Glockkin's command ability, so we're going to start off with just the basic claws and tentacles. So they get d6 plus 1 attacks each here. So we'll roll them both at the same time, see what we get. So there's going to be a grand total of 9 attacks coming your way. These swings are going to be hitting you on 4s. Fairly average. Wounding on 3s.
I'll take it.
Okay, a little bit below average there. 1 wounding hit. There's no rend on this. You have a normal 5-up save. Goes to a 4-up save because of the shield.
Whoop. Good.
Pass with 6. Now for the slobbering tongues. 4 attacks total because I get the bonuses from the Glockkin. Same thing, hitting you on 4s. There we go. Good start. Wounding on 3s. Okay. Not as good. So there's 1 wounding hit. Same thing, no rend, so you get a 4-up save.
Will you save it? Thank you, Mystic Shield.
Dang. Combat now. Oh, Kyle opting to come over here. Makes sense to attack with these pink horrors. See if you can do some damage. We're going to pile in and be right back. After piling in, able to get 7 there to attack. Just kind of went over piling in with Kyle because it's kind of a weird thing in Age of Sigmar. It actually makes a lot of sense and it's very easy to do once you understand some basic concepts. Swinging with those 7 mauls, you're hitting on 5s?
5s.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s.
So you've got a grand total of 2 hits in there, and then you are wounding me on 4s. 1 wounding hit.
1.
I get a 5-up save out of that. Because there's no rend, I assume, right?
Oh, none.
Failed it, so I will take 1 wound on one of those. My turn to swing back. This is the only other unit I have to swing with, so let's do the claws and tentacles. D6 attacks each. Getting to throw 9 attacks at you again.
Yep.
Swinging in now, I'm going to be hitting you on 4s.
Ooh.
Good start. Wounding on 3s. Oh, okay, that wasn't a good roll. 2 wounding hits.
Cool.
Getting a, what are you, 5-up save?
Regular 5-up save. Ooh, there goes 2.
2. Nice.
Bleh.
Last unit to take care of combat-wise here, we got the Screamer is going to pile in and make some swings against my poor beast Nurgle. Piled in like so. I think you get what? About 3 in range to swing, 4 in range to swing?
Yep, 3.
9 attacks. Similar stats to me. You're hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s.
Exactly. Well, that's not too bad.
Off to a fairly average start. Can't complain about that a whole lot. And then you're wounding me on 3s?
In 3s.
Ooh, fail a bunch.
There's 2.
All I get is my 5-up save.
Well,
6 and a 5.
slap fight.
They're fine. And to combat for me, a little bit boring. All we gotta worry about is 1 battle shock test over here. Now, you didn't lose enough models to potentially lose any more, but there's a chance you get models back if you roll a 1.
Yep. So the funny thing about that, I didn't want to use it this early, but because this is my unit of 20 and I do need them to burn these guys to a crisp. Oh look!
Oh,
I rolled a 1.
I forgot about that. Okay, so it cancels you rolling a 1 for battle shock, so you get what, D6 models back?
D3.
D3?
Boom! There's my 2.
Dang. Bloop. Didn't think that through. Alrighty, so the first turn is done. Nobody managed to score any points because nobody got up the board fast enough because we're slow demons. And, well, I guess you're a little cowardly with moving up the board.
Strategic. We have patience with our plans. Patience.
Cowardly. Okay, so we're going to roll off now to see who gets to choose who goes first in the second battle round. Nurgle is going to roll a 4.
Come on,
Tzeentch is going to roll a 2.
Tzeentchy buddy!
Oh, he rolled a 1. I was wrong.
That's it. I'm done with Tzeentch.
Good game. Thanks for coming out. All right, let's move on to Nurgle turn 2. Or my turn. The Taliban, nothing's going to kick off because nothing's really injured yet. It could be argued that maybe I should have chose to go second to use the Taliban, but I think I want to kill some stuff and not risk losing whole units. In the hero phase, we're going to have basically the same stuff. He's going to go ahead and use his command ability to boost everybody up. Mm-hmm. And then I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to have my Great Unclean One try to cast Mystic Shield over onto him. Show me a 6 to put that shield up. There you go. Got to that turn with a 10. Moving back over here. Let's go for Fleshy Abundance from the Glockkin. I'm going to try to put it onto the Blight Kings there. So I need to show a 7 to cast. Failing it with a 4. Now for the second spell, I'm going to go for an Arcane Bolt over here onto the Screamers because I'm terrified of them. Show me a 5 for the bolt. Getting it with a 7. You are in range with the Herald to try to unbind.
Do your job, Herald. Uh-oh.
Rolling a 4. I don't think he did his job.
+1 for Beacon. Does he...
Means we're going to do D3 mortal wounds over into the Screamers. How many wounds they got each?
I believe it is 3.
Okay, D3 mortal wounds. Rolling a 5, so that's 1 dead Screamer.
Argle.
Order my movement now. Got to be aggressive. Let's start off. Glockkin's going to do what Glockkin does and just move himself right up into the middle of the board. Up he goes. Next. I don't even know what I want to do next.
Surrender? I accept.
No. Let's go ahead and move probably the Nurglings. I'm going to double check range because I want to get into combat with those stupid pink horrors, but we'll see if I'm close enough. I did choose to go ahead and just walk them up. It's going to be an 8-inch charge for him to make it into combat there. And hopefully I roll lucky. Blight King's going to do the same thing. I'm just going to move up 4 inches because they're good and they're fighty. Nurgling base is next. I'm going to go ahead and run the Nurgling bases. They go their base 5-inch move plus another 5 for 10 inches total.
Ooh.
So far, so good. I'm pretty happy with placement. Great and Clean One's going to go ahead and run 5 plus another 4 for 9 inches total. He was just waking up. Right up in the middle of the board to give out that nice Taliban bonus. We're going to go for this big old unit of Plague Bearers now. Not really in good range. I'm going to go ahead and run them. They're going to go their 4 plus another 3 for 7-inch move total. Up they go. Last but not least, last unit of Plague Bearers is going to do much the same thing. They're going to go 4 plus another 6.
Wow.
Get them. That's what you get for making fun of them last turn. Nice little spread of where everybody has ended up here. We're going to go into shooting, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, I think he's going to direct his shooting at just some blue horrors to try to get the Taliban... Or sorry, the Epidemius bonus up, but let's see the shooting attack. I will go for the Pestilential Torrent. I'm going to fire it at this unit straight ahead of me of the Pink Horrors.
Pink Horrors.
Hitting on a 3. It hits.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm wounding on a 4.
Huzzah!
Definitely not a 1. That failed shooting over there. Let's go right over to charges. The unit of Plague Bearers here are going to declare a charge. I got to show an 8 to be able to make it in.
Yeah!
6 inches not enough. You guys suck. Time for a big old charge from the Glotkin. Let's roll distance, see how far I get to go.
Well,
Yeah, that's going to go ahead and make it in. I'm going to reroll this because that is technically cocked, but I think I make it into combat no matter what.
oh
Right,
yeah.
there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and send him right into the middle of everything here. See if we can get some damage. Blight King's going to go ahead and try to charge now. Hopefully make it in. Remember, they get +1 to their charge distance, so they're going to get to go... Yeah, 6 inches isn't enough to make it into anything. So they're stuck there. Oh well. Jump back a second. I got to do this now. The Mountain of Loathsome Flesh. So Gurk Glot's Sheer Bulk is a devastating weapon in itself. So for each enemy unit I end within an inch of, I roll a d6. On a 4 or more, you're going to take d3 mortal wounds. So let's do for the unit of Pink Horrors. So on a 4 up, nope. And then on a unit of the...
Good old Flamers.
Okay, the Flamers, 4 up.
Uh-oh.
And d3 mortal wounds to them for 3 mortal wounds. Nuts killing off. Nice. How do these guys work?
So, because they're sitting close to the Herald, and I think even close enough to the Lord of Change, I get to roll a dice. And on a 6 or more, 2 Flamers get to pop up. But because they can't go past their regular size for match play,
Okay.
he'll just get to show up again.
So on a 6?
Yep. Nope.
Okay, so he does die. Cool. Glotkin is going to be the first one to swing in the combat phase. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the attacks. Let's say I'm going to put the Scythe into the unit of... Actually, no, they're expensive and scary, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's put the Flailing Tentacle attacks into these guys. They're how many wounds each? 3?
3.
Okay. I'll put the Flailing Tentacle attacks into them, and everything else into the unit of Pink Horrors there.
My apologies, they're actually 2 wounds.
Oh, they're 2 wounds each.
Yeah.
Even
Actually got an
better.
extra wound on it.
Go with the Flailing Tentacles into the unit there of the Flamers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do I want to do it that way, knowing that they got that many wounds? Let's switch that. The Scythe is going to go into them, the Flailing Tentacles into them. So we're going to start off with Flailing Tentacles into the unit of Pink Horrors here.
Woo!
I'll re-roll that because that's cocked. Oh, not bad. That was hitting on 4s. Now I'm wounding on 2s with this. Okay, same thing, cocked because I keep rolling poorly. Okay, so it still wounds. That is a grand total of 8 damage
Oh, that is.
with a -2 rend.
So that gets rid of their save.
And do they get any special being close to a hero or anything? Or
Only for casting.
gotcha. Lamprey Maw into the unit now, looking for 3s and 2s here. That hits twice, wounding on 2s. That manages to wound twice. I can't remember what that was. It's better than a 1. -1 rend, so 6 up save.
Nope.
No luck on either of them. They're D3 damage apiece, but that's the 2 models dead for sure. Anyways, good job, big fella. Last but not least, I've got the Poison Slick Scythe now. Looking for 3s and 3s into the unit of flamers there. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Ooh, only 1 wounding hit. -1 rend on this one, so 6 up save.
Ah.
And this is D3 damage apiece for the 1. Only 1 damage, so it kills off 1 more model.
Blup.
You get to roll now because you're close to the hero, though. On a 6, you're going to get 2 models back.
Oh, that would be so nice. That's just what we could use. Nope.
No luck at all. Good start for me. So over to Cowl Swing now. You're going to try to have some more of your pink horrors pile in here and swing at these beasts of Nurgle.
Yeah, we're going to try and change some fate here. This is getting a little scary.
This is after finishing piling in. You got 13 in range to swing now, right?
Oh, yeah. This time's going to be different.
These are, was it 5s and 4s?
5s and 4s. Blah. Okay.
You get like 5.
If those are all wounds, that would be good.
That would be pretty good. And then you are wounding me on what, 4s?
4s.
See what you get, sir. 1 wounding hit.
Oh, Tzeentch.
5 up save here. I failed it, so he's going down to 4 wounds remaining. I will opt to go over to this side of the board to swing now. So I'm going to pile in, so I'm touching there, and so that he's in base with those models. And swing with the claws and tentacles. So D6 plus 1 attacks each for the Glotkin being close.
Ah!
Oh, okay, that's 14 attacks.
Quit touching me!
All of these attacks hitting you on 4s. Okay, well, the averages didn't help you there. That's still a lot of hits.
I've got to bring that locust closer.
These all wound on 3s. Okay, that's still pretty good. Epidemius lets me re-roll the 2 ones that were in there, so 3s. Oh, they both wounded now. Alrighty, you're looking at 4 up save, you still have the shield up.
Ah. Well, that's not too bad.
How many did you lose there? 3?
One guy dies. Blah.
Epidemius gets to go to the next level. Those keeping track, just because, I mean, I forget to mention it sometimes, Epidemius is now giving all the Nurgle stuff on the board reroll to hit rolls of 1 and reroll wound rolls of 1. Right. I should also make note that I'm actually doing that at the start of the hero phase. I think I read that one wrong. So the effects aren't immediate, but yeah, at the start of the hero phase, I get to check to see which one I'm at. 12 attacks with the Screamers now. Same kind of stats, looking for 4s and 3s, I believe, right?
Oh, please, yes. Let's actually see some damage here, folks. I see.
Okay, not the best swing, but not terrible either. Wounding on 3s. Average to say you get at least 4. Okay, so you get 5.
I'll take it.
5 up save on those beasts of Nurgle. And I managed to pass 1, so I take 4 wounds. I have 2 wounds remaining. I realized as soon as we went to go roll that, I cheated you. Because I shouldn't have been able to kill that Screamer off, because I should have had 2 less wound rolls against you, because I rerolled the 1s. I shouldn't have done that yet.
Oh.
So I'm a dirty cheater pants, so the way to fix it is I'm going to punish myself by saying those 2 didn't wound. Put one of your Screamers back on with 1 wound remaining, and swing with them. Because it's my fault for forgetting that, and hopefully that appeases the interwebs.
Well, burn him like a witch. That's what we have to do now.
The explanation, I guess the better explanation if you didn't follow that, is Epidemius' ability shouldn't kick off until my next hero phase. So, yeah.
I'm going to just pile him in there so he's still...
We know where he's at, sure.
Hello! I done.
Yep, the 3 extra swings, so you're looking for 4s to hit.
Huh. Oh my. Wow.
Okay, so that's triple 6s, so...
I'll take.
I get roll triple ones to wound though. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Come on, Tzeentch. Prove your worth. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is
doing it.
three wounding hits. 5 up save. And I'm going to fail those. And so that kills this one off. And brings him down to 5 wounds remaining over here.
Tasty.
Ugh. Swinging with these beasts over here now. I get my 2d6 regular attacks out of them. That's still pretty good. 10 swings.
Jeez.
Hitting these guys on 4s. That's a lot of 1s.
That's
But
okay.
everything else hit. So, okay, I guess that works out. Now I'm wounding you on 3s. Again, a lot of 1s. So 2 wounding hits, because I tried to cheat earlier. You get your 5 up save.
Come on, baby. Come on. Nope.
Failed 2.
Those two guys just want to stay dead at this point.
Alright, so 2 of them die off, and now technically I'm at 15 for the tally for Epidemius.
Yep.
Oh, I spaced out on that one bad. Over here, now these guys were the Flamers. They were like, 200 points for 3 of them? So I assume they're amazing in close combat.
Are you ready for our little one-armed bandit here? He's got 2 attacks. They
Like
hit on
2d6 attacks?
2 attacks that hit on 5s. So you roll d6s.
Oh my.
They do nothing.
Maybe this isn't your game. I guess we'll just play fantasy from now on. That is, I guess that's it. So over here, nobody lost enough for Battle Shock. We don't really got to worry about it because all the demon stuff's like Bravery 10.
Yep.
The Glock King killed the entire unit, so we don't got to worry about that. And then the other one, he only killed, what, like 2 models, so can't fill the Bravery there. And you don't have anything like roll a 1, get guys back.
No,
There's
unfortunately.
No banner shenanigans. So over here, again, you got to roll for your Battle Shock. You can't lose anybody, but on a 1, you're going to get guys back.
And this is where I have a conundrum. Do I use my last 1 for the Battle Shock right now?
Use the Fate die that rolled a 1.
Yeah, and so I can get them back and then just burn these to a crisp and during my turn, which I know is my turn?
Yep.
Or do I leave it where it is and have them only hit on 4s instead of 3s?
Ooh, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
Because after you roll, you can't choose to use the dice then, right?
That's correct.
So you want to waste the 1 for the Lucky Battle Shock test? You know what, at this point, my 2 cents for what it's worth is if you need to kill stuff, you need to kill stuff.
True, and looking at it now, the only ones that are going to make any difference for Battle Shock, because it's not these guys, sure as heck ain't them, is just going to be this 1 unit.
So you're going to go for it and use the 1?
I think I'm going to have to.
Okay, so you're going to burn the 1 from the Fate dice over here.
Yeah.
This is what you got left for the Fate dice. And so you roll the 1 for your Battle Shock, so you get D3 models back.
Yep. So hopefully on a 3 or higher.
66% chance of get. Okay, yeah.
Got him.
2 models back. Ugh. On to turn 2, Tzeentch, hero phase. Where do you want to start?
So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to use his command ability.
Yep. So everybody within his 18-inch or
18 inches of him, so that's pretty much all of my casters,
Okay.
are getting 1 to their bonus.
+1 to cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second thing we're going to do is use the Blue Scribe's ability.
Which is
So they're going to read some of their scrolls and see if they can actually end up casting one of their spells on a 2+.
so yeah. The way this works is they say they're going to read the scrolls. On a 1, you don't get to cast anything. On a 2 up, you get to cast any of their spells, and it counts as a casting value of
9.
Ugh. Okay, 2
So,
up.
let's see how well they can read. They can read really well at this point.
Oh no.
And they're going to cast the... it's Boon of Sorcery?
Alright, so it is Boot of Tzeentch, which allows everybody in an 18-inch bubble from the scribes to reroll any failed castings.
That's going to be really handy right now.
That might be. I'm a little scared. Next in the hero phase, you're going to have your Herald read from his tome. So that means you cast on 3d6, right?
Oh, yes.
And what are you trying to cast? It's the Pink Fire, I think?
Pink Fire of Tzeentch.
And this is cast on a 9.
Yeah, so it's really high, but it is die 6 mortal wounds. So.
Okay, let's see what he gets.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, double 12. And you get a +1 bonus to the cast that anyways, because, well, I can't stop that. So it's D6 mortal wounds. I assumed it was going into the Glotkin.
Oh, yes.
Alright, D6 mortal wounds.
Or, how about that fate dice?
Oh.
I'm just...
Okay, so we checked, and even though you were joking about doing that, you can use your fate dice for the damage roll.
Yep.
So, okay, you rolled a 6.
How convenient, right there. Ah.
Oh my. So he's down to 12 wounds remaining. I assume that was your best spell, and you're not going to hit me anymore with anything?
Oh, my sweet summer child. That's not the case.
Oh, okay, what's casting next?
Next, we're going to be casting Tzeentch's Firestorm from our Lord of Change. He can see the Glock through here. We double-checked it at eye level. But I'm going to be casting on a 9 and trying to do as many mortal wounds to you again as possible.
Okay, so you're casting, you got to show a 9 to cast here, but you get +1 to your roll.
Exactly.
Because of his command ability.
Ah. Now, definitely not enough.
Okay.
But thankfully the blue scribes had cast earlier.
Ah, dang it.
So we're going to get to re-roll that.
Yep.
And roll properly this time.
So as long as one shows a 5, it goes off. Or as long as one shows a 4, you're going to get this.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to leave any rolls to chance at this point.
You're just going to nuke me?
I'm just going to take one of these fate dice.
And say that was one of the rolls for the cast?
Yep. And then the other one will be an 11.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely... Okay, so what you're able to do is say that was one of the casting dice, right?
Yep.
And then you rolled a 6, so you're able to use his casting to turn this into a 6 then, and add +1 to that, so again, it can't unbind.
Exactly. And that was just a guaranteed it was not going to mess up.
You get 9 dice. You're casting again the Glotkin.
Oh, yeah.
Any 6s you show do D3 mortal wounds to me.
Okay, they're...
Just 1?
Yep.
Okay, so D3 mortal wounds.
1.
Okay, it brings me down to 11. Being a Lord of Change, you get a second spell. You're going to use his Infernal Gateway. This is cast on a 7, but do you want to use any of your silly dice?
It's so important right now that that thing dies and doesn't come back.
Right.
And I can't have any chance at him.
Because if I get the next turn, I can get, depending on how I cast my spells, I can get 2d3 wounds back on him.
Yeah, and he needs to go down now.
Yep.
So I'm going to use another 5 to guarantee that spell's cast. It's hard for you to unbind
Okay,
it.
and then the second roll for it is a 5. So 10 goes to 11, because you get the +1 to cast. I get to basically show a 12 to unbind. And
Perfect.
I definitely do not. So this one, you get 7 dice. And as long as you're showing a certain number or better, you're doing a mortal wound.
Yep. And because he suffered no wounds right now, it needs to be a 3 or more.
So every 3+ is a mortal wound to the Glotkin. Oh my.
That's a little bit better.
Okay, so that's another 5 to him. Brings me down to 6 wounds remaining on him. He's dying pretty fast. Next, you're going to go for, this is Bolt of Change.
Yep. So it's cast on an 8.
Okay.
So we'll roll our 2d6. Okay. That does not work, but thankfully the blue scribes are still nearby.
God dang it. Yeah. Okay, so you get to reroll your failed casting.
Now,
and are you going to use the fate dice?
well, that's the thing. I could use these 2 right now, and it is guaranteed to be cast. And then I just do that, and the Glotkin is dead.
But then you'll have used up all but one of your fate dice.
Yeah. Is it worth it to kill the Glotkin and make sure he never rises again?
We're going to find out and be back.
Yep.
After thinking it over, what are you going to do?
Whoops, I cast on a 10.
Okay, so you're going to use 2 of your fate dice, your 4 and your 5, and then you get +1 to that roll for your casting.
Yep.
So you cast it on a 10. I need to show... Actually, I tried to unbind already. I don't know if anybody else in range. Oh yeah, the Great and Clean one probably is in range. Let's check. Definitely in range to try to unbind. My Great and Clean one hiding back over there. Hello. I got to show an 11 to unbind here, though.
Oh, thank
Nope,
goodness.
that's an 8. So now it's D6.
Well, would you look what happens to be laying in the corner.
Okay, so you're going to expend that.
Yep.
Use your last fate dice, so fix it to being 6 mortal wounds.
Yep.
And that's just enough to kill off the Glotkin. And that is how you kill a Glotkin in 1 turn of magic.
Sheer fire power in the literal sense of fire.
Going over here, you're going to go for the Arcane Bolt onto my Beast of Nurgle.
Yeah, I probably should put the Mystic Shield on them just because they're coming in, but I need to make sure that these are dead.
Actually, yeah, because that makes sense.
They need to go, and then I can worry about everything else afterwards.
You're casting this, going to show a 6, but really going to show a 5 because you get +1 to cast for being close to him.
Yep, and because they are
You get the reroll.
a hero. Actually, these guys are heroes as well, and their Loki activates, it gives another +1 to cast.
So you're at +2 to cast. So you got to show a 4 to cast this.
Oh, would you look at that?
And there's a 4.
Convenient.
And even if you failed it, you could have rerolled from the blue scribes, right?
Yeah.
I have nothing left to unbind, so you're going to do D3 mortal wounds to me.
Excellent.
Not excellent. Okay, one mortal wound. So that beast is down to 3 remaining there.
This is why I use Destiny dice.
True. Alright, you got anything else in the hero phase?
I don't think I really can do much else in the hero phase at this point.
You killed an 18 wound model. Dang it.
Huzzah!
Okay, I can come. Yeah, I still think I got the initiative here. So, where do you want to go movement phase now?
We'll start with movement. This guy over here. We'll make him run because I want him to get closer to them to activate their ability.
Their loci?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's his base move?
His base move is 5.
Plus another...
Oh.
Yeah, 11-inch move. Probably get into where you need him to be.
So that's definitely 9 inches in. We're good there.
Rest of the movement now, after a little bit of deliberation, gonna move the flamer over that way.
So he's going to go and try and help out with these guys.
Burning that snail to death.
Oh, that snail. Stupid living in his home.
Next up, we've got your pink horrors moving up.
Yeah, they're going to start taking the battlefield. There's no point in them staying back anymore because now the Glot-Kid's gone. Might as well make sure everything is in range to,
Start burning all the disease.
Yeah, just cleansing fire everywhere.
Oh no. Next move, we have the blue scribes just tucking in a little bit there.
Yeah.
You're kind of scared, yeah, because you want that objective so bad, but then I do have a unit of 20 of my plague bears there.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit challenging to try and watch out for his spell, watch out for these guys, watch out for these guys. Someone's going to have to be able to jump in and grab something.
Right.
And at the moment, there's not a whole lot I can do about that until I know where he's going. Once that's dealt with,
then yeah, you're a little bit less afraid of everything.
Yeah.
And I still got Epidemius that can come up and try to grab some objectives last minute here.
Yeah.
Because now I know what you're shooting to, so I can kind of protect him the right way.
And we're going to put we're going to put my Lord of Change probably over here. We're just going to double check measurements so he doesn't get charged.
Okay. Final position ending up right there, and I think that's all you got for movement, right?
Yeah, that's the last of my movements. So on to shooting.
Shooting, we're going to start off with your chariot.
Yep, so the billowing warp flame is going to be firing from here into the dogs.
Oh, poor little fellas. What did they ever do to you?
They killed a lot of my guys. I have to keep using that Destiny dice.
Yeah. Okay, you're hitting on what?
I'm hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. Ooh.
Not a good start. Only 2 hits. Wounding me on 3s, you'll probably get 1.
Oh,
or 2. Any
take
rend to
that.
this?
Yep. No rends.
No rends, so I still get my 5 save?
Yep.
There's double 4s. Good job, guys. 2d3 damage. How much you gonna do to me?
Ooh, nice.
So that's grand total what, 5?
Is it grand total of 5?
Okay, so he's dead, and the other one's down to 4 wounds remaining. Good swing. Next unit gonna shoot is gonna be the flamers. You're gonna do the same thing, shots into the beast.
Yep, just going to try and burn them the rest of the way so that these guys can be freed up to deal with that.
Okay, so you're looking for 4s to hit here.
Ooh.
Okay, you're rolling as bad as I normally do.
Well, that's nice to see.
And you're wounding me on 3s.
Oh, there's one.
Okay, so we got 1 hit there. I still got a 5 up save. Oh, I passed it. Whew.
So the next we're going to do is the pink horse are going to cast their fire into, or throw their fire into there. I would focus on these guys, but I want them to clean this up so I can go.
Yeah,
right
it still makes
after
sense.
that.
You want to put the shots over that way. Okay, so you are hitting me on 4s, right?
Yep. Yee.
Okay.
I'm gonna use some different dice on this one. Let's get some of those.
And wounding me on 4s?
There's one.
Okay, 1 wounding hit. No rend, right?
Nope.
5 up save. I failed it, so taking another wound. I'm down to 3 wounds remaining. Now we're going to have 20 shots from the big unit of pink horrors going into my plague bears.
Yep.
Let's see what these demons can do. You're hitting me on... Actually, I got to double check because I think I give you a penalty to hit because I got so many.
Oh my.
Double checked it, yeah. 20 or more, so you're getting -2 to hit. Mm-hmm. So now you're hitting on 5s.
Yep. There's still 20 guys in that unit. So
Now you can change your target if you want, if that makes any difference to you.
nah, because I still want them to burn that unit and bring it down. Even
Makes
if it's
sense.
a couple of them are gone, then it's
Okay.
less than that 20.
How many hits have we got there?
That's this.
6.
Yep.
And then these are wounding me on 4s.
Yep.
4 wounding hits. I get a 5-up armor save out of this. For no help. I do get a 5-up disgusting resilience save, though. For no help. So 4 models die.
Excellent.
And as I position stuff poorly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving over to your... I can't remember the names of greater demons ever. Lord of Change.
Lord of Change.
So these, you get a staff attack, right?
Yeah. So same thing, 18 inches range. So both the Great Unclean One and these guys are in range. I think I want to attack... Let me double check the Great Unclean and see what his stats do. Because what happens when he starts taking wounds?
Opting to put shots into the unit of Plague Bears instead of the Great Unclean One.
Yep.
So 2d6 shots.
10.
Oh, well, I guess I've been rolling pretty well for random attacks from my beasts. So you're normally hitting on 3s.
I am indeed.
So now you're hitting on 5s.
No, that was 10. So 3s, so what was 3s is now 5s. Ooh.
Couple in there. Pretty. Okay, that's actually pretty good start. 6 hits somehow.
Yep. 3s to wound. Ooh. Okay.
Any kind of rend?
I do not believe so.
Okay, so I get my regular good old 5-up save. So that's 2. And then I get another 5-up save. Kills off 3. That's still pretty good. Who else can shoot?
This last little guy here, he's going to try and burn off that something there to make that thing
Okay,
die
try to get that
faster.
beast of Nurgle. So 3 attacks, so you're hitting him on what?
4s.
4s? Okay, so you got 1 hit, and you're wounding me on 3s?
There it is.
Ugh. Okay, no rend on that, right?
Right.
So I get my 5-up save, which I promptly failed, and it's D3 wounds?
Yep.
Ugh.
3.
Okay, let's just put him down to 2 wounds remaining. This army, I did not take into account how much firepower you had between sorcery and shooting. Ugh. What was that?
Ghosts.
Ended the shooting, so you get the... What's the rule again?
Capricious Warp Flames.
Okay.
So basically, this is the old, like Tzeentch's Fickle Warp Flame rule from previous editions.
Okay.
On a 4-up, the unit that suffered a wound from any of the Flamers or the Burning Chariot with their flaming attacks will suffer die 3 mortal wounds.
Gotcha. Okay, so starting here on a 4-up. Oh, and then on a 1 I get wounds back, right?
Yeah. So nothing on this one.
Okay, so he's not on fire anymore.
And
Same thing for the one over here.
yep. Yep.
Okay, so you rolled a 6, so D3 mortal wounds.
There it is.
Okay, another 2 mortal wounds, and he's just dead.
Plop.
Ugh. Chris said my dying sound wasn't good enough. How'd that go, Chris? Thank you, sir. How was Way of the Brush today?
That was good.
Very good.
Very good.
Charges to declare. What do we got?
We got the pink horse. They're going to go into the Nurglings here.
Okay. There were, yeah, you're like 3 inches away.
Yeah, so they're going to get in.
Okay, I'm going to let you do that off camera so you can be precise with it, because I assume you don't want to pull in the Blight Kings.
Oh, no.
Come on.
No, they can stay over there. I'm happy with that.
Completing the charge like so. Now I'm going to charge with the chariot. It's about, you get a roll of 5 to make it in. And 6 is definitely enough.
I thought 6 was the Nurgle lucky number.
Apparently not. Well, watch the Nurglings just kill everything here. Last charge is the Screamer. Is going to try to charge into, probably those Plague Bears if you make it.
Yep.
9-inch charge, yeah.
That should do it. Oh, yeah.
Ugh. And there they go. Oh, me, oh my.
Point down. You want to bite them.
Which combat do you want to start with? Who's going to swing first?
So, I have 2 options here. I'm thinking either doing this combat first, so I can try and knock off the last of the wounds of that thing and it doesn't get to attack my pink horse.
Right.
On the off chance I go first next round, then they'll have their full magic shots over there hitting on the 5s rather than...
Probably going to be 4s unless we can get guys back.
Yeah. So I think I'm probably going to do this one first instead of doing the Screamers, just because they're pretty resilient. They'll come back and be able to fight stuff quite well.
Makes sense. So we're going to start over here, go ahead, pile everybody in, and get some swings. 9 models in able to swing.
Yep.
Okay, you are hitting me on, what was it, 5s?
5s.
Get angry.
Kind of.
kind of, sort of, with 2 hits. Not enough to kill me. Wounding on 4s.
There's one.
1 wounding hit, 5 up save. Made it. He's sticking in there. I don't know who best to swing with, so let's just do Nurglings. I'm gonna swing with all of them into those pink horrors straight ahead of me, hitting on 5s. Ooh. Pretty good swing from them. 6 hits, wounding on 5s. That was, there's 2 wounding hits there. You get your 5 up save.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Okay, gonna lose 2.
Aye.
Piling and swing with the screamers now.
Yep, so he's gonna close the gap into here to start biting things.
Ugh. Okay, hitting on 4s, correct?
That is right. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s.
That's not a ton of hits. Too bad it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
3 to wound.
Bite him. Well, 3.
Okay, no round, right?
Correct.
A 5 up save. Made 1, followed by a 5 up resilience. Huh. Well, that didn't help. And they're just 1 damage piece?
Just 1 damage. What's your monster?
Nope, so that kills 2, will kill 1 and 2. I'll have my Beast of Nurgle swing now into the unit of pink horrors there. D6 attacks.
Swing low.
3. Hitting on 4s.
Huh.
Okay, he's going to single other attack the tongue, hitting on 4. Wounding on a 3. Get him.
Gross.
Oh, it hit.
Oh no.
I'm going to double check. I don't think there's Ren, but there might be. Alrighty, no Ren, so you get your 5 up save.
Nope.
Get your fail. D3 damage. 1. I guess that's all I need, though.
Yeah, they're not hitting hard now.
Pink horse here are going to pile in, get their swings.
Get that knife in there. Go cut somebody.
Go stab somebody.
Ah! Stand back.
6 swings going in, hitting on 5s.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, me hitting on 5s way better. 4th wound.
There it is.
Okay, that just does a wound. My turn now. Let's have these guys go ahead, pile in, bring everybody up that I can, and make some attacks. 8 swings into this unit, looking for 4s to hit. And we've got 2 hits, 3s to wound. No, that's a whole lot of nothing. Come on, Epidemius, we need your rerolls soon, buddy. We need the next hero phase. Time for the Burning Chariot now. What do you want to start off with?
So let's start off with the Flamer himself. So he's got 4 attacks.
Okay.
They hit on 5s. So there's 2.
And then wounding on?
4s.
Okay.
For 1 damage and no rend. So there's 1 there.
Okay, so he's down to 2 wounds remaining on that base.
Okay,
Poor little fella. Next is the blue horrors jabbing me.
Yep, so I like to think they're saying, like, you smell like roses.
Hitting on 5s.
1. Proving words don't hurt that much.
Okay, so you didn't wound. And then you've got the lamprey blights, right?
Exactly.
4s and 3s.
Yep, and there's 6 attacks there. Oh, or is it? Yeah, 4s and 3s.
Okay. That did a little bit better.
That's what I like to see.
3s to wound.
Kill 1 so it doesn't come back.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. So that's a grand total of 4 wounds.
Yep.
Kills him off, and basically transfers 4 wounds over to another one, which I don't think will make a difference, because in the Battle Shock phase, I'm going to get them back. That is it. So we got to roll some Battle Shock tests. We'll roll mine first, so we'll start over here. I didn't lose enough models anywhere to actually have everybody flee. I'm just seeing if I can get wounds back. Mm-hmm. So this one looking to roll a 1, and I don't, so no models back there. My Nurglings get fully healed up in the Battle Shock. This unit here, looking to roll a 1, get some models back. It does not. And then last but not least, these guys here, show me a 1. No dice on that, it's a 3. We're looking to roll Battle Shock in this unit here. On a 1, you're going to get that 1 model back.
Nope.
And you do not. Next over here for this unit.
Normally do have it. We talked about it before because you normally have it represented.
You've got command in it. I don't mind the fact that your banner's not fully painted yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the opposite.
But still, nobody flees. That's kind of a push. End of this. Nobody's scoring any points yet. So, not too shabby. We got a kind of a big roll now to see who's going to go first in the 3rd battle round. Tzeentch, you want to do the honors rolling first?
All right, let's see what happens this time.
Roll low. 5's not low. Okay, Nurgle, 6. It's your favorite number. Do it. It's not his favorite number.
Tzeentch,
I tried to trick him and it didn't work. Ugh.
We might become friends, Tzeentch. We just might.
Into your hero phase now. What do we got going on?
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is activate his command ability.
The
+1 to cast.
gotcha.
Yeah.
General's ability.
Yep, so it's going to affect this unit here, this caster over here, and him.
Okay.
It doesn't reach the other pink horrors, which is unfortunate, but...
Or the blue scribes, right?
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but you do what you can.
You're doing okay so far.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we're going to get them to cast their spell. So,
You're going to do the read the scrolls thing?
yep, we're going to read from the scroll. So
What spell are you doing?
I think we're going to do the same one, where they are allowed to re-roll their casting attempt.
Okay.
Or I could fold reality
And okay.
and bring back models to bring them back up to their 20 again and again and again.
Huh. Alrighty, so after a little bit of measuring and figuring out which spell you're going to use,
I am definitely going to use the fold reality.
that's the one where you kill your own unit, right?
A possibility could happen.
Okay, so you're basically casting on the 2 up here because they're reading the scrawls.
Okay, it works.
And now you roll a d6, and that's how many models you get back. But if you roll a...
1, the entire unit is wiped out.
Neat. Okay, so roll me a 1. Oh.
That's the opposite.
Okay, so you get up to 6 models back, but only 1 had died. Boop. I cannot kill anything from this unit. Jump back a stack, and at the end of the last combat phase, the Nurgling's ability should have kicked off. So on a 5 up, I do D3 mortal wounds to that unit that they had damaged. Okay, it doesn't work. Everything's good in the world. On to the rest of casting. We're going to go for Tzeentch's Firestorm from the Lord of Change over to my Great and Clean one.
Yep. So
What is this casting on?
So it's cast on a 9.
Okay.
He's still got the +1 to cast, which is hopefully going to help out here. It does.
Because, yeah, that 4 is the high roll, so you can change that to a 4.
Yep.
And you get +1 to cast. So there's your 9. I'm going to go ahead and try to unbind this because I don't like what's happening. Show me a high number. Not nearly high enough. So this is the one where you roll 9 dice, and for every 6 you do D3 mortal wounds?
Yep.
Okay.
So we got 9 dice right here.
2 6s.
That's not bad.
So 2d3 mortal wounds. Okay, let's see what you got.
Do you save them?
No, I save after. You
Oh.
multiply first, and then I get my save against each individual one.
Okay. So there's going to be 3.
Okay, so I get 3 attempts to save this because of the blubber and bile. So show me 5s or 6s to not take wounds. Nope, I'm going to take 3. He is down to 8 wounds remaining. Another spell now.
Yep.
Which one's this?
This one is the Lord of Change special spell. It is Infernal Gateway. It's cast on a 7.
Okay. Let's see what you can get. As long as one of those shows.
Yep.
So yeah, you can change that. He casts on 11.
Yeah.
Ugh. What's this one do?
So this one is again roll 9 dice, but for everyone I roll above the number based on the chart,
Right, 'cause
it's
you're-
another mortal wound.
So every 3 up is a mortal wound.
At the moment, yeah.
Oh my. That's a good amount. So 5 mortal wounds. I get to save them on 5s and 6s. That helps with 1. I'm going to take another 4 mortal wounds to be down to 4.
Go, my champion.
Next up, the pink horrors here.
Yep. So they are going to cast the Bolt of Tzeentch. So it's cast on an 8. However, because they are within 18 inches of the Lord of Change for his boon of sorcery,
You get a +1.
+1 for there. And with their Loci, because the blue scribes are still within 9 inches of them, or at
Okay.
least a couple models,
Because you get another +1.
and another +1. So I'll need to cast it on a 6.
And who are you casting it at?
Oh, you're a great unclean one.
Oh,
Let's
no.
bring him down.
Okay.
There it is.
That shows an 8. I got nothing here to unbind with. So this does how much?
Die 6 mortal wounds.
Okay. Show me what you did. Oh!
Wow!
Okay, that's 6 mortal wounds. Alright, so I got 4 wounds left. I saved these on 5s and 6s. I saved 2. Oh, you did 6, didn't you?
Yep.
I rolled 2 more dice here. Come on. One of these needs to pass. 5 or 6. Okay.
He's alive! Oh, this is going to be so
So he's down to 2 wounds left.
Oh, this is so good.
And then...
And the other pink horse.
Gonna go for Arcane Bolt.
Yep.
And they're getting +... Only +1 to cast, right?
Just the +1.
Okay, so this is cast. You gotta show a 5 to cast.
It works.
D3 mortal wounds.
Well, you know what's really funny? I still have that 1 destiny dice left.
Alright. We're at a crossroads here. Because I think I made a boo-boo earlier. Because looking at what you can use the destiny dice for, it talks about damage. It doesn't necessarily say mortal wounds. So you might not have been able to do the auto 6 onto the Glockkin when he was there. Mm-hmm. You know what, though? I let you do it, and you get enough shooting to kill him anyway, so I'm kind of okay with that. But after looking at it, I don't think you can.
Yeah. Yeah,
We kind of talked about this, because if it was... Because we read it as if, you can change whatever damage roll, but mortal wounds is worded differently, so leave some comments below if we made a mistake on that earlier. My apologies if we did. Totally not on Kyle, it's 100% on me, because I told him that's how it worked.
It's still the rule. Like we're still figuring it out ourselves. Like,
but credit to Stevie. Steve's the one that pointed out that. So if we made a mistake, apologies, guys. I kind of gave you a warning at the beginning that we're trying a new army out here, but we're going to go ahead and say that you can't, and have you roll this one.
Yep. It's still all you need to do is roll not a 1 or 2.
And there's 1.
Hey, it's a 1.
So you do 1 mortal wound to me. I still get my 5-up save. No, that didn't work. I'm down to 1 wound remaining. Woohoo! And keep in mind, you started with 11 wounds because of the favor of the gods. For everybody that's yelling at me in the comments right now. Next little bit of casting, what do we got?
So we're going to do the Pink Fire of Tzeentch from him, and he's going to cast it into these Plague Bears.
Okay, from the Herald into the unit of Plague Bears.
Yep.
What are you casting on?
That is cast on a 9.
Okay, so you got to show an 8 here because you get the +1 to cast.
Yep. Nope, but that's okay.
Movement now, that's all for your hero phase. We're going to start off with your Herald.
Yep, so he's going to run.
5 plus another 2 for a 7-inch move total. Up the board he trundles. Getting into a position. Yeah, I'm going to have a tough time actually.
Yeah.
You get a lot of shooting. Flamer's going to move up.
Yep, so he's going to just shimmy his way up here so that within 18 of that.
Just within 18 to shoot?
Yep.
Uh-huh. And then your great Lord of Change.
Lord of Change.
I'm going to make fun of me for how much I forget this.
I think I'm actually going to throw him probably closer to this side, simply because Blue Scribes plus him means that they can cast with impunity.
Basically, yes.
So he's got his full movement right now, which is, I believe, 10.
Okay, so he's going to flappy flap over to this side?
Yep. And that still keeps him, should be, I'll back him up a little bit, so he's out of range of those Blight Kings.
Gotcha. Next, we've got this unit of Flamers moving over.
Yep, so I pre-measured before just to be sure, again, still an 18 of them, but trying to back up so I'm not...
Got to take a charge from these guys very easily?
Yeah, they kind of hurt a lot.
Yeah, I can get them into combat.
Back up.
But yeah, if you kill the Grin Unclean one, then my turn, but I'm not going to get that huge Taliban bonus of healing everything like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I need to stop from happening right now.
That's it for movement, so we're going to go into shooting. Who's going to start us off?
We'll start off with... I have a feeling I'm going to need to dump a lot of shots into this guy to get him dead.
He's got 1 wound left.
But he's a great unclean one.
It's true.
He's so hard to kill.
Okay.
So
say you. Who you want to start shooting with? Just the single flamer?
Yeah, start with the single flamer. See if he can do it.
Okay, so what's he hitting on?
He's hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s.
Yes, we got 1 hit.
Uh-oh.
Wound me on 3.
There it is.
Okay, so it wounds. No rend on that, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to get my 4-up save.
Yep.
Yep, okay, so 4-up armor. He failed it. How many wounds does this cause?
This will cause a grand total of D3 damage.
Okay, so D3 damage. So roll me a D3. 1. Okay, 33% chance I live through this. Mm-hmm. So 5 up. Please make it. Ha! Oh, he lives! He's gonna die from other shooting, but he lives through that. Alright.
Next wave. These guys, same thing. Burn him. Burn the filth.
You're hitting on 4, so that's 3 hits?
Yep.
Okay. That's relatively bad.
3's to wound. Oh, there's at least 3 wounds.
3 wounding hits. Okay, I get my 4-up armor. Come on, big guy. 4-ups. 4-up cheater's dice. Let's do this.
You don't need to do that.
Ha! I failed 1.
Okay.
D3 damage.
This is getting intense.
2. Okay, 2 5-ups. 2 5-ups. I don't know the math on this. It's like a 16, 17% chance or something. Ah! It's a 3 and a 1. He just died.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh no.
Well done, Flamers.
There goes another hero and the linchpin of my entire list. Alright, so where else do you want to demolish my forces? My now deplenished forces.
Alright, so we have our Rod of Change, Rod of Sorcery.
Rod of being a jerk.
Gonna shoot your Blight Kings right there with 2d6 attacks. Well, 7 works.
7. 3s to hit. Okay, so only 3 hits. 3's to wound.
Okay.
3 wounding hits. No rend, right?
Right, and just 1 damage each.
4 up save on the Blight Kings. Failed 2's going to take 2 wounds. I will let my unit champ go down to 2 wounds remaining. Next bit of shooting is the pink horrors here, shooting into my beast Nurgle, who's been holding the line by himself for quite a while.
What a champ. He deserves a good petting.
Hit on 4s.
Ooh.
Okay, so you can't kill him. Wound me on 4s.
Well, there's 2 at least.
2 wounding hits. 5 up save. I passed them both again. Good job, big guy. You're getting promoted. If only the Great Unclean One could roll that well. What's next?
Alright, so I guess we'll fire from here into there just to try and burn them off.
Okay, so using the flamer on top of the chariot there.
Yep.
Hitting on what, 4s?
Yep.
Okay, so we got 3 hits, wounding on 3s.
Indeed. So there's 2.
2 wounding hits. 5 up save, make them both again. Oh, okay, I failed 1. D3 damage.
But, boom. That is a damage roll.
That is. Alright, so he dead.
And no more destiny.
20 shots now from the big unit of pink horrors here, going into my somewhat deplenished unit of plague bearers. So you're hitting on 4s again, because you get your +1 to my -1.
Yep. So bringing that guy back really helps out here.
Actually, yeah, you get there's a decent amount of 4s in there. That's another 4 hits you wouldn't have gotten.
Yep.
Pretty good. Wounding me on 4s. Alright, pretty good. So we got 6 wounding hits. I get my 5 up armor.
Ooh.
Okay. I only saved 2. I got my 5 up resilience. Save another 2, so I lose 2 models total. Brings us over to charges. You only get the 1 you want to declare, right?
Yeah, I want these pink horrors to go right into those plague bears.
Yeah, that actually would work pretty well, probably.
Yep.
Roll it up, see how far you're going to go.
8.
8 inches, yeah, you're definitely in. Oh my. Completing their charge like so. Alright, combat time. Where do you want to start?
Well, I feel pretty good about these 2 combats, so let's do this one first to try and...
Piling?
Yeah, do more wounds before you can do wounds to me.
Piling in, bring in... How many you got there to swing?
So it looks like we got 1...
8-ish?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 7 swings. Alright, so let's see what you got. Hitting on 5s.
Woo!
2 hits. Wounding me on 4s.
Ho ho!
2 wounding hits. I get my 5 up armor save, followed by a 5 up disgusting resilience. That worked, didn't lose anybody.
Slap fight.
Over here next, and just do a little bit of piling in to get some models in base contact and bring the last guy in. So I'll be able to make my full amount of swings.
He's blown his toot at me.
9 swings into the screamers there. What's the crazy magic thing do now?
So, because the Loki of these guys is so close, well, it's just within 9, but he's there.
Yep.
They treat any rolls of 6 to hit them in combat as rolls of 1.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to hit you on 4s and 5s and miss on 6s. There's a couple 6s. Okay, so 2 hits. Dang it.
Rule quick.
Wounding on 4s. Wow, that's 3 to 2.
Ruh-roh.
Or no, sorry, I was wounding on 3s. So that's 1 wounding hit.
Uh-oh.
And what's your save?
Only a 5 up.
Okay, fail it. Fail it. Oh!
Woo!
Dang it.
Live. Live, you glorious thing.
Back over here now. You're going to go with the chariot?
Yep.
Starting off with what?
Flaming Maw from this guy here. So
Hitting on what?
Hitting on 5s, but wounding on 3s. That won't make any difference.
Okay. Let's move right on to the next attack then. The blue horrors, right?
Yep, so they're yelling things at you. Hitting on
You like
5s.
profanities?
Oh no.
You just knock over everything on the board.
I was so shocked. Even though terrain's like, what?
You got 2 hits, wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 5s.
Reroll that one. Yeah, it's cocked. Okay, so 1 wounding hit. So he's down to 3 wounds. Now the Lamprey Maw hitting on
Hitting on 4s.
4s.
Wounding on 3s. 2.
2 wounding hits. They're how much damage each?
Just 1.
Just 1? Okay, so he's down to 1 wound remaining. Poor little fella. If you could stop killing all my stuff, that would be awesome.
But where's the fun in that?
Now we've got me swinging back into you. I'm going to have my Nurglings throw all their attacks into the pink horrors. So swinging in, hitting on 5s. A solid amount of hits. We've got 4 hits out of that.
They're really mad about those jabs.
Wounding on 5s. 1 wounding hit. 5 up save. Kill a guy. Take that. Back over here, gonna pile in.
So this guy's gonna sneak himself around so he's touching the base.
Still gonna get into the closest model, which is that guy. So you're here. Let's do this off camera. I'll show you. I'll learn you. There we go. So you get 5 swings now. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. You can kill that base off.
We
if you
can.
roll 4.
We need that one base gone.
No,
Oh, that's not it.
he lives. Next up, we're gonna have these plague bearers pile in and swing. Managing to get 9 plague bearers in there to swing at you.
Really?
Hitting you on 4s. Not a bad start. Wounding models on 3s. Ooh, there we go. So that's 5 wounding hits.
roll.
You get your 5 up save out of that, sir.
I'll save 1.
Lose 4. Nice.
3 and 4.
Over here now, the Screamer swinging in, hitting on 4s.
Bite, bite, bite.
They did indeed bite me a bunch. Not as much as they could have, I guess, though. It's not too bad of a start for me. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Oh, that's bad. No round, right?
Correct.
So I get my 5 up save, saving 2 of the 5, and then I get a 5 up resilience. Saving 1 more, losing 2. I will kill him and him. End of combat, I'll not forget again. On a 5 up, D3 mortal wounds to your unit of pink horrors. So show me a 5 up. Nope, didn't work. Now we're going to go on to Battle Shock unless I forgot something. Start over here for Battle Shock. Looking to roll a 1 to get models back. That didn't work. And then all the way over here, the Nurgling healed back up. And then same thing for this unit here. Looking to roll a 1. And I do not. Now for you, Battle Shock here.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, Bravery 10 is tough to actually lose too many models. So we're going to go on to turn 3 for Nurgle. In the hero phase, now I've killed enough. All 3 of the abilities are going off. So I'm re-rolling to hit and to wound roll and armor save rolls of 1 for all my Nurgle stuff. Which should be nice. I'm in kind of a bad spot. There's also the chance these guys might blow up and heal themselves up. So I'm looking to roll a 6 here. Nope, didn't work on a 5.
Close.
Nothing much doing in the hero phase. In the hero phase, I guess. Let's go right into movement. Epidemic is going to run an extra 3 inches because I need to get him up to get some points. Moving up right to there. Let's go with the Blight Kings next. They're going to move up and hopefully get a nice charge off. Up they go. Gonna send up the Plague Bears now as well, and that's all my movement because you killed most of my stuff. Right to there. On to my shooting phase, and it's over. Okay, let's do some charges. We're gonna have my unit of Blight Kings declare a charge. They had to add +1 to this roll because of the musician.
Toot, toot, toot.
Okay, so they get to go 4 inches, so we know where they're gonna end up. Get them! And then we're gonna go over here to this unit of Plague Bearers. No bonuses. How far am I charging? 10 inch. Ooh, that gives me options. Completing their charge just like so, because I want to tie up everything that I can. That's it. So now we're gonna go on to some swings. I'm feeling pretty good about how tough these guys are. So I think we're actually gonna go ahead and pile in this unit here first and swing at you. Piled in, getting 12 attacks at you. I am hitting you on 4s, re-rolling 1s now. Drop die. One to re-roll. Nope, doesn't help. So we've got a grand total of 6 hits out of that. Not the best. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s though. That helps for 1. Okay, that actually wasn't great. 3 wounding hits. You get your 5-up save.
Ooh, there goes 2.
Not terrible.
Will do.
Piled in there. You're able to get it. Yeah, all but 1 in, able to swing into the Nurglings. So you're going to get your 6 attacks into the Nurglings. Hitting on 5s.
Ooh, there's
2 hits. Wounding me on 4s. No wounding hits. And then you get the 1 swing against the Blight Kings.
Go for it. You could be a champ. Nope.
Oh, you missed. Alright.
Wait a minute. I have a champion.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so an extra attack. Throw an extra attack against the Nurglings. Oh, you missed.
That's what you get for trusting horrors.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to swing over here next. See if I can't kill some stuff. 7 attacks coming your way. Hitting you on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Reroll the 2 1s. Ooh. Nice, converts 1. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Reroll. It's working!
The tally band!
No, that's just Epidemius.
All right.
Yeah. 5-up save. Murder death!
Oh.
So that's gonna get 3 of them. Or sorry, 3 wounds. So kills off 1 and then kills off the one with 1 wound. Or no, they're 3 wounds each, right?
3 wounds each, yeah.
I killed a thing. These flamers are gonna go ahead and pile in. And you're hitting on what? 5? How many attacks each?
2.
Okay, it's not terrible. Oh, that was terrible. 2 hits.
No, I suppose
I guess that's average.
that's statistics, I suppose. 3's to wound?
1 wounding hit. No round, right?
No.
5-up save. Followed by a 5-up resilience. Or how much damage do they do each one?
Just 1.
Okay, so 5-up resilience. And nope, I'm gonna lose a model. And it shall be this guy. Let's just go ahead, pile in some Blight Kings and kill some stuff. Make me feel a little bit better. Swing with the Blight Kings now. I'm hitting you on 3s. 6s count as D6 hits. Oh, it's pretty good. So I need to check that roll because I get to reroll. There were 2 1s in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and reroll them now. Okay, it still doesn't do anything.
It was meant to be.
Good work. The 6s count as D6 hits instead, so let's roll that. Okay, so that's actually worth 11 hits. These are all now wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. I think I might kill you. Get that little cluster of 1s there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good roll. I missed a grand total of... Actually, I missed like 8 of those. But you're only on a 5-up save, right?
And that is correct. There's only 8 of them left.
Wipe the unit. Did I get him? 4, exactly.
Would you look at that? Gone.
Huzzah!
Back into the warp you go.
Opting to move over here for the next swing. You're going to have that 1 single flamer swing into the unit.
Got a hit.
Okay, yeah, hits on 5 and wounds on...
Not to 2.
Oh, that's anticlimactic. Nurgling's going to go next and try to bite that chariot to death. It'll happen. These are all hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s. And a single 1 in there. But again, good hit. Managed to hit with half.
So I made a comment earlier on going, oh, who's scared of 5-up 5-ups?
Uh-huh.
Apparently I'm eating my words
You
now.
should be. Wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. Okay, we got 2 wounding hits on a reroll.
Well.
3 wounding hits on that chariot. What's your save?
5-up. Oh my.
Get him! Get him, Nurglings! Time for the chariot to swing back.
He's not happy about what just happened to him. So we'll start with the flaming maw attacks. 1.
Okay, so we got 1 hit on the Nurgling so far.
With a wound?
Okay, so 1 wound to a Nurgling base.
Yep. 3 from the blue horrors.
Okay, so it's 2 hits. Wounding on what, 4s?
5.
Okay, so that's 2 damage onto the Nurgling bases.
And last but not least, the lamprey bites. 4s and 3s.
Roll it up, sir. Oh, that rolled pretty well. That's not good.
Let's hopefully kill some more bases. Reroll that.
Okay, so you've done 3 wounds, which the base is at 1 wound remaining. I'm not going to bother to mark it because you can't kill him.
Nope, not at all.
Time to pile in my Plague Bears and swing. Piled in like so. We're going to start with the 3 attacks over onto the one single Flamer by himself. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. No reroll. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Reroll.
Oh.
2 wounding hits, enough to kill him. 5 up save.
Oh no, he's dead.
Got him.
Ah!
8 attacks now into the other unit of Flamers. Same thing, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. I got a couple of rerolls out of that. Okay, missed with 3. Not terrible. And then I am wounding you on 3s, rerolling 1s. Reroll the 2 misses.
Oof.
There we go.
Oh.
Good roll. 5 wounding hits. 5 up save.
Oh, 2 are dead.
But on you get 2 rolls, and on 6s you get models back.
Correct, because they are close enough. Oh, actually, speaking of which, take that one instead.
Okay.
They should be close enough that
Oh, yeah, you are.
6s, 2 will come back. So I just literally need to roll a 6 here.
Not a single 6, so not getting any models back.
I said roll a 6.
2 combats left. Let's go over here. We'll do the pink horse first because I don't have anything left to swing with anyways.
Yeah. So this guy's going to pile in a little bit closer.
Yeah, get into base to base and bring some of his friends with him.
He's gonna pile in.
My guys will be fine. It's fine.
Go stab him. He'll be touching. He'll sneak himself in there, and the rest shouldn't be able to get in too far. Yeah. 1, 2,
11 swings, sitting on 5s.
with a mighty 5.
Ah,
Actually, that's not too bad.
okay, so we've got 4 hits there. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounding hits. I get my 5 up save, followed by the 5 up resilience. So 5s. There's 1. 5 ups. For resilience, no luck. Losing 2 models will kill off 1 and 2 on the outskirts there. 12 attacks over here into the remaining Plague Bears.
Yep. 4s and 3s for these guys, because they're elite.
Ooh. Good hit.
Yep.
Good hit. Wound me on 3s.
Eat them. Eat them. There we go.
Got a grand total of 5 wounding hits. I get my 5 up save. Followed by a 5 up resilience. Come on. Losing 3 models still.
Slow and steady.
1, 2, and whatever will kill that musician. 3. Time for some battle shock tests now. Or actually, sorry, no, we gotta go over here. I keep forgetting this. On a 5 up, you're gonna get some more wounds from the Nurgling bites. Show me a 5.
Nope.
Dang. Okay, battle shock time. Start with your unit here. I think this is your only unit that's going to take a battle shock test.
Nope.
Don't roll a 1. Don't get models back. For my Plague Bearers, show me a 1. No luck. And all the way over here. Same thing for this unit. Show me a 1.
It does
Get
work.
models back. D6 models back. 3. So remember those 3 guys you killed? Turns out you didn't.
Well,
Back with a vengeance.
chaos is fickle that way.
Haha. This is going on to turn 4 now. We're going to have to roll. Still nobody has any points. It's going to be way tougher for me to score anything here, but I still got a chance. Because remember, heroes are the only ones that can score. So Nurgle is going to roll 2. Roll me a 1. Oh, there's 5. It was bad. Do you want to go first or you want to let me go first?
I feel like going first will be advantageous for myself, just so I can burn some stuff with shooting.
Yep. Over to your hero phase, sir.
Yep.
Turn 4. What do you want to start with?
We're gonna start with this guy. He's gonna try and bring some models back by reading a scroll first.
Okay. So on a 2 up, you're going to cast?
Yep. Oh, and the boon speaking.
Oh, yeah, do his command ability. Yep.
Oh, he can't read it. Never mind then.
Okay. This is going to be my turn.
This is gonna be it. This is where it's gonna shift again.
Now into some more casting. What are we going to do?
We'll start with the pink horse. They're too far out away for the bonus of casting for either. So they're gonna have to show an 8 with their bolt of change. Just enough.
Ooh, it's D6 mortal wounds into the Plague Bearers, right?
That is correct. So we're gonna throw in 6 mortal wounds.
Ouch. I still get my resilience save on this at least, so... show me 5 or 6.
Well,
Saving
Wow.
4 of them.
wow.
You killed 2 guys. Oh no. That's still actually not bad. We'll kill the musician. Smooth Jazz is doing nothing for this game. Scratch that. He's there in case you pass battle shock test. or you roll if you roll well in a battle shock. So I am actually going to kill off.
I am due for it.
I know. I'm going to kill this guy instead. Drop. Let it go. Oh no, he's the champ. He's
giving him a high five too. Yeah. High.
I can only assume the next bit of casting comes from the Lord of Change.
Oh yeah. So the Infernal Gateway is going into them.
No.
So he's only got
Stop it.
He's only got his +1 though. Ah.
What did he cast on a 9?
Cast on a 9.
It didn't work.
No.
Me yelling actually worked.
Stop yelling at the die.
Now Tzeentch's Firestorm. What do you need to cast this?
Same thing. You need a 9.
Don't roll it. Oh.
Okay. Stop talking to the dice.
Nope.
Stop.
Well, let's move over here to the Herald.
Pinks. Pink fire. Same thing.
Into
Cast on a 9.
Not the Plague Bears. Oh, you need to roll an actual 9 here, don't you?
Oh.
I didn't even have to yell at the dice for that to not work.
Yeah, this is
Magic is falling apart.
Fickle.
I told you this is my turn.
It's fickle.
Shooting now. We're going to start off the Chariot and the Blight Kings.
All right, we got his 6 burning attacks.
I bet they don't hit the 1s and 2s.
Did you wound on a 3 though?
Did you wound on a 3?
Yeah.
Oh. No rend, right?
Correct.
4 up save. Let's just make it. Oh, I rolled a 2. How much damage is that?
Die 3.
Okay, so D3 damage.
3.
Ugh. So kills him off and brings, we'll say, the guy in the back down to 2 wounds remaining. Now, you forgot movement, but you go ahead and do your movement.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, it's really not a big deal.
Pop.
Yeah, he's going to go over there.
Yeah.
Is your Lord of Change going to move?
Yes. I'm going to move this guy first.
Now you're just being a cheater.
He is getting up there to grab that objective.
Yep, this is not going well.
And Mr. Lord of Change, I really don't want him dying anytime soon again.
It would be great if he did.
I think I'm just going to flap his wings away.
Away towards the Blight Kings?
Wow, there is no good scenario here. Huh.
Oh, how I hate this stupid bird.
Fly, my pretty, fly!
Now back to the shooting phase. He's going to do his 2d6 shots at the Nurglings, right?
I don't think he's in
Those
range of the
Nurglings.
Nurglings now.
Okay, that's 10 shots.
Oh, I can handle
Will
that.
you stop?
Hey, I did no magic this turn.
It's true. You are hitting me on 3s. Stop.
Okay, so magic may not have been in my face, but shooting at least.
Okay, wounding on 3s.
No rend and only 1 damage, but you can do it.
Still a lot of...
Oh.
Okay, so we got 4. I get my 4 up save. Make it. Come on. Okay, I'm going to lose 2 more wounds. I get to reroll save rolls of 1 because of Epidemius.
Lousy
That's passed
epidemics.
So he took a wound. Yeah. That one flamer there?
Spiteful little nature of himself.
No, okay, that all missed really bad.
Oh, he's gone.
And that's it for your shooting, right?
Nope. Pink horde.
Stop!
More fire.
You still got 14 left here, even though I've killed like 10 of them.
They just keep coming back. It's like a bad rash.
That's a Nurgle thing. Okay, so you're hitting on 4s. You didn't hit that much.
Right.
I'm glad at that.
Still -1 for shooting, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So that 4 is out of here.
Yeah, oh yeah, because you're down your bonus. Oh, nice. Now fail. You need 3s, or
Nope.
4s. Oh, well, I
have
guess you
those
passed that. I get my 5 up save, re-rolling 1s.
Stop re-rolling those.
No, that was a 5 before I knocked it.
Yep.
Okay, so failed 2 saves, and I get my 5 up Disgusting Resilience. Oh, I don't get to re-roll that. 2 more balls dead. Inky and Binky. Over here now, I'm going to see if the Capri Sunfire heals me or damages me.
Capri?
Yeah, Capri Sun. Like the thing with the little pouch in it. Oh!
There we go.
Okay, so you're burning me. It's D3 mortal wounds, right?
Yep.
One more. Okay, so it turns out, yeah, he did die. Poor guy. No charges to declare, so right under combat. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's go with the little lampreys there, see if they can do something.
Let's not say we did. Notice how when I was winning, or I thought I was winning, I was really polite, and now I'm just getting obnoxious. I'm realizing this more and more. Okay, so you're hitting on 4s.
Well, those ones and twos are them. Let's just get rid of that.
Excellent. Okay, now roll more ones and twos.
How about threes? Well, there's a 2.
Okay, that's what I get for running my mouth. I get a 5 up save, rolling ones. Ah! Okay, that's a 3 so far. And then 5 up discussing resilience. Oh, still lost 2. They'll be back.
Probably.
Just you wait and watch. They'll be back. Let's go right over here and pile in some Blight Kings and kill that chariot. 6 attacks going into the chariot, hitting on 3s. 6 count as D6 hits. I get to reroll 1s because Epidemius is a big jerk. Ben from the UK, if you're watching this, eat your heart out because he hates them all. Okay, so I got 2 hits.
That's what you get.
Yeah, again, talking smack. Okay, wounding you on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Ooh.
That's 1 wounding hit. No rend.
Oh, still takes a wound.
So you're down to 2 wounds remaining. Now the Nurglings will get that.
No, they won't.
Over here, and let you pile in off camera because you're going to get a whole ton of attacks in a minute.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
11 swings here, hitting on 5s.
Go, champion. I believe in you. Wow.
Okay, talking to the dice works apparently more and more.
Yeah, this seems to be some sort of witchcraft here.
All right, so roll 1 to 3s. No 4-ups.
Nah, they're gonna roll 4s. Lots
No,
of 4s here, 'cause
no.
So it's whoever talks to it first.
Or loudest. Just yell at them. Okay, I get a 5 up, rerolling 1s.
Roll 1s!
Okay, there's 1. 5 up.
1s!
Oh, that's...
It is true.
He's a witch. Okay, we'll kill off this one here.
Burning's my thing, so what are you gonna do about that then?
Go, Nurglings, kill that chariot. Hitting you on 5s, rerolling 1s. There's some 1s to re-roll.
Oh my gosh!
Epidemius, you're the man. Okay, so that's 50% hit rate. Now I'm gonna be wounding you on 5s, rolling 1s.
Can't do it.
Oh, I get rerolls. Show me 5s.
No, none.
That 2 wounding hits. You got 2 wounds left.
Not gonna be. No.
5 up saves.
He's gonna work. Do it. He lives. Oh wait, but he's still wounded.
Yeah, you got 1 wound because at the end of combat, I might get you on a 5 up.
Uh-oh.
All right, Trogdor over here is gonna try to burn these plague bearers, sitting on 5s.
All the lulls.
2s. Good job. Go, plague bearers. Pile in. Just try to kill something. 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. Reroll 1s. Okay, only 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. 2 wounding hits. You get your 5 up save on the screamers.
You can do it. They did do it.
Oh. Chariot's gonna do his thing. Swinging into who?
He's gonna swing into those Nurglings just because sheer spite.
Okay, you just missed with everything. So good start.
Do it again. Except this time at the Blight Kings where will actually make a difference.
Okay, so you're swinging with. Okay, that's still missed. Now you're gonna make the 6 attacks, hitting on 4s that. Or where are they going into before you roll?
Still the Blight Kings.
Okay, yeah.
He was just being spiteful.
Yeah. Okay, so you hit the Blight Kings on 4s, so that's 3 hits so far.
That's something.
And then you're wounding me on
3s.
Okay,
Hey.
3 wounding hits.
You're gonna fail all those, and they'll actually go.
I get a 4 up save, rolling 1s.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna fail at least 1.
Well.
Okay, so I did fail 1 D3 wounds, right?
No,
From
just one. You're still not a monster.
Oh yeah.
Although monstrously smelly with these guys.
There we go. I still got plague bears over here to swing with, so let's try to kill something. 8 swings here, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. That didn't help. Okay, so I still hit with half my attacks. Then I'm wounding you on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's 4 wounding hits. 5 up save.
Guess didn't need that. Wow.
Huh.
How about that? 1 extra.
Now, over here to swing, I've got my plague bearers to pile in and try to kill this stupid thing. Piled in like so I got 6 attacks on you. These are all hitting you on 4s. No rerolls, so they're rolling 1s. Wounding you on 3s. Reroll the 1. Okay, it's 3 wounding hits, you get a 5 up save. Statistically, I should kill you here. Fail.
Nope. He's gonna be a hero. And die horribly.
Sweet. End of combat. On a 5 up, the Nurgling's ability will kick off and the chariot will die.
No, not my chariot.
And this game might get turned around a bit. 5 up. Oh, come on.
Woo!
Time for some battle shock tests. So we're gonna go over here. Basically, I gotta roll 1. That didn't work. And yeah, I did lose models over here. So same thing. Show me a 1. Nope, that didn't work either.
Well,
End of the turn, Kyle will be scoring 2 points because you've got 2 objectives. Now this is actually gonna be really tough for me. But let's see what we can make happen as we move on to Nurgle turn 4. Turn 4 here. We had to look some stuff up. Okay, so in the hero phase, all I really can worry about is the Blight King's ability. So first of all, we're going to roll their D6 for themselves. So on a 6, they're going to heal wounds back. They don't.
there's your 1 for Battle Shock.
Yeah. And now on a 6, I'm going to cause mortal wounds to non-Nurgle units around me. Show me a 6. Show me a 6. Oh, it's 2. Dang. Alright. In my turn here, we're going to have Epidemius move up over this way to hopefully get a lucky charge off against that Herald. A wild quirk appears.
Did you get that 6?
No. Next we're going to have... Yeah, I'm going to try to move those Plague Bears in to try to get a charge off, because I really got to kill that thing. Alright, moved everything up. Really nice quick movement phase there, because you killed everything. Epidemius, see if you can make a charge. Go gadget, get him. 4 inches is... It is enough to get within a ½ inch here. So not perfect, but I can pile in to help this. Yeah, this might work. This still might work. Now we're going to go with these guys who really need to make their charge. How far are my Plague Bears going to go?
Not far enough.
7. Take that. Time to pile in and swing. I need to kill that stupid Herald, so let's go after him first. Go gadget, punch your Herald. How many wounds does it have?
Not much.
I don't know. I'm not going to get that many attacks against him.
Well,
This could be spooky.
it's only 5. And he only has a 5 up save.
Alright, so I got 5 in to swing.
That's enough to kill him.
If I roll perfect, and you roll not perfect, I will kill you. And I have a chance at this game. Okay, so we've got 5 swings going into you. They are hitting you on 4s, rolling 1s. Okay, this already didn't work. Reroll, nope. 2 hits, wound you on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's 2 wounding hits, you get your 5 up save.
Ooh.
Failed them both. Okay, so you're down to 3 wounds remaining. Ugh. Alright, what do you want to swing with now?
I'm
You're spoiled for choice.
I am spoiled for choice. I think I'm going to go with him because he's probably dead after this anyway.
Chariot?
Yeah, so we're going to go to the Blight Kings.
Everything's Blight Kings.
Everything in.
Start with the Rider,
Yep.
hitting on 5s. For nothing.
Is he 4 attacks or is he... Right, he's 4 attacks, not 3.
Okay.
Hoolah!
Oh, that's another fail.
Well,
Okay, the
little jabbers.
horrors, yep. On 5s, nothing. And then the Scary Gribbly Manta Rays
I'm sensing a trend here so
on
far.
4s. Oh, they hit 3 times.
That's
Pretty good.
decent.
Wound me on 3s.
There we go.
Ugh. 2 wounding hits. No round, right?
Yeah.
So I get my 4 up save still. Rolling 1s. Failed 2, and you kill a guy.
Hooray!
That worked better than it should have. I'll try the Plague Bearers over here, swing with their 8 attacks.
Anyway.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, I rolled 1-1. Hua! Turns into a hit. That's 7 hits so far. And I am wounding you on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll. Hua!
Well now.
That is a grand total of 5 wounding hits. 5 up save. And that's 4 models dead.
Oh.
Nice.
2, 3, 4.
Yep, I'm gonna move over to the Screamers.
Yeah, there's no real chance they're gonna kill him right now, and he'll just. I think he can heal himself, can he?
Epidemius can't, but he's tough to kill.
Yeah, so let's see if we can knock off this unit so you get 1 less swing into them, which would be kind of nice.
Yep, that actually makes a lot of sense. So all your swings in, looking for 4s to hit against those Plague Bears.
Blah. Well,
That might be enough to do it.
that's pretty good.
I've seen worse rolls. So 6 hits total.
Today, or just
Yeah, right this turn.
we
Wounding
go.
on 3. Okay, so we got 4 wounding hits. I get a 5 up save. Followed by 5 up resilience. Okay, they're fine.
of course.
Let's try to make myself feel better and kill this stupid chariot. Go, Blight Kings. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Wow.
Rolling 1s. Okay, so it's 5 hits. Nothing blew up, though. That's not that bad. And now I'm wounding on 3s, rolling 1s. We roll the 2. Alright, so this grand total of 4 wounding hits. You get a 5 up stage. He's probably dead.
Making them all. He's going to make them all.
Oh, he died twice over. Pink Horror's over here going to swing now.
They're going to take back that objective.
Hitting on 5s.
They're going to take back that objective with 2 plucky hits.
Wounding on not double 1s.
Not this turn. Another turn.
Let's have the Plague Bearers here swing into the Screamers. 5 attacks. Hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. Get angry, boys. Wound on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, that's only 2. That's not enough. 5 up save.
Oh, there's 1 wound.
At this rate, if the game goes to turn 13, I might kill them.
You just might. Die 3.
Swinging with the Herald now, you got what, 1 attack?
Yeah, 1 attack with his big old stick.
Hitting on 4s.
Nope.
And he rolls, there we go.
Tzeentch is not long in combat.
Epidemius, let's see if you can kill anything. So, pile in closer. We know where you're at. There you go. Epidemius has his swings with the Bale Sword. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Wow, that didn't work. -1 rend against your Screamers, so you're on a 6 up save.
Ah!
That's
That's
1.
not it.
And D3 damage to you. Another 1 damage.
Look.
Go Gadget, not killing stuff.
Slow and steady wins.
He's got the Nurglings carrying him, though. 5 attacks, hitting on 5s. Yeah, that didn't work.
You gotta take some pointers from the other ones.
That is it. At this point, let's figure this out, because I can't get any points. At most, on my next turn, I can get 1 with Epidemius. You've already got 2 points. And that's if I manage to kill both your characters off the objective, you don't get any more. So no matter what, the ruse did not work. I did not manage to get you off the objectives. Good game, sir. Awkward left-handed handshake.
Well played.
Very good game. We'll set the camera up, do a little post-game chat, and go over some stuff. Time for a little bit of a post-game chat. First things first, we mentioned at the beginning of the battle report, I think, there was obviously going to be a couple little errors here and there. I think the major one we caught was clarification for the whole, can you use one of your Destiny dice to affect a damage roll for how many mortal wounds you do?
Yeah.
I'm still not 100%, I'll have to look into that one, but if you guys throw it in the comments, obviously that makes it a little bit easier, point me in the right direction. I'll probably have had the time to sit down and figure it out by now, but no promises either way. Any other mistakes we made, go ahead and point them out. But other than that, let's talk a little bit about the game overall. This is one of your first games of AOS, right? Or is this your first one since the General's Handbook?
This is definitely the first one since the General's Handbook.
Okay.
So it's an interesting experience compared to when it first came out and I was trying it out, being like, okay, trying to keep an open mind with the loss of fantasy.
Well, you were... okay, it's not a loss of fantasy. Don't be one of those guys. Fantasy is still there. They're just never going to update the rulebook. But yeah, ever since, basically fantasy is kind of now going to be stagnant forever.
Yeah.
So, well, probably forever. But yeah, so what was your thoughts on this game compared to some of the previous ones?
This was
Age of Sigmar that you've played.
This one is completely different compared to the other ones I've played. And I know you'll hear that a lot online. You'll hear people kind of praising with the General's Handbook. You will not find a more rabid fan for Warhammer Fantasy than myself.
Yeah.
So when Josh finally convinced me to try it again, I started looking at it again with fresh eyes, less bitter after the first couple of failed games.
Correct. Yeah. 'Cause you tried 2 games before the General's Handbook, and then the last time you came down to play Fantasy against me was right before Christmas, and I kind of talked you into giving it another try.
Mm-hmm. This felt like an entirely different game to play. The fact that we have not just points, but actual your troops are battle line, or their leaders, or their behemoths. There is some cohesion to it. Saying
the keyword system actually I like a lot because it does help to clarify quite a few different things.
Yeah, it does. It worked really well. I mean, there's a little few things that can be tweaked here and there, but with a game with this much variety, there's always going to be something like that.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel entirely broken. I mean, saying that with the preface that I just blew up a Glotkin in 1 turn.
Right.
But that was also most of my Destiny dice to do it.
Right. I mean, that's one of the things in this game that's kind of nice because everything can kill everything, and You know, you don't have that one Uber unit. Because so I'll go back to fantasy. And don't get me, I'm going to get emails about this because I'm not bashing fantasy guys, but I look at something like my unit of Iron Guts in fantasy. Unless, the only thing that's ever taken them off the board is nuke spells. Nothing else has really ever killed them. Other than, fail an initiative and you're removed from the board. You don't have the one big mega unit that can run through an entire army.
Oh, I need to bury my Bretonians again.
You know what?
So many charges.
Yeah, Bretonians versus my ogres. We'll do the Age of Sigmar version of the game that we played a while ago and see how it goes. Because you've got some disgustingly good units in this, but anything can kill anything technically.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the whole you can always hit on this and always wound on that, but it tightens up the game quite a bit, and you don't spend a whole lot of time like comparing weapon skills and stuff like that. And whereas you might,
90% of either 40k or fantasy, you're hitting on 4s or 3s, whatever. It's pretty close anyways. That didn't actually take away as much as people said.
Yeah, and with the abilities to give like +1 here or take away 1 there, it still gives you a chance to customize your army, make different tactics around it, and still add a little bit of variety while keeping it fairly simple.
Correct, yeah. It's still not the perfect system, but I've yet to find the perfect system,
Yeah.
Overall, yeah. Now, what do you think about Nurgle? One of my go-to armies. I got a couple different ones I play.
I'm always a big fan of Nurgle. He was my chaos god of choice for quite a long time. And that's the one I have a lot of. Well, Khorne might rival that because with the Demon I've got now.
Okay, yeah.
But I really like Nurgle. The fact that they have that resilience, the fact that the Taliban can help them out. Like, even without the Taliban, you were still doing fairly decent. Like, that ignoring mortal wounds on a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
That's really handy.
It's a super resilient army. Normally it suffers from the lack of speed. And plague drones can kind of help with that, but also, everything's going to move a little bit quicker.
But that's their weakness, though. Like, they can't have a super perfect army.
Well, exactly, yeah.
You ruin the game. It's like, well,
I play the slow, resilient armies for the most part. I play, the Fire Slayers and Nurgle, which they're both dreadfully slow, but stupid tough to kill. Because Fire Slayers have basically if I do it right, a 4-up rerollable armor save, and then a 4-up to ignore wounds and mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So a 4-up with essentially 2 rerolls gets to be kind of gross. And my fast killy army is my ogres. They're not that resilient, but chances are I can run through you before you can hurt them anyways. So
yeah, and most of the armies I play are either going to be fast, because I like playing Slaanesh.
Okay.
Yep. The new ones I've been painting at home for a bit. Or my High Elves or my Bretonians. And they just all rely on speed at that point to get into combat.
Well, with any luck, we can get you down every once in a while to play. You're still driving. Like, how long of a drive is it for you to come play?
Almost 3 hours.
Okay, so yeah, 3-hour drive to come in and play. I get that. Yeah, it's 6 hours of traveling in a day can be a bit much on the round trip. But yeah, hopefully we'll get you in soon to play some more. The studio's working on a couple different armies right now. Quirk's still working on some destruction stuff. I'm still working on some destruction stuff, and yeah, studio's working on a little bit of Tzeentch stuff. I don't know how far along we are on it, but yeah, we're we got some up and coming stuff that we're excited for.
Plus, my flesh eaters are almost done.
Yeah, just as long as you don't forget to bring them this time. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's your guys' support that keeps us going. Leave some comments, leave some love. If you ever want to get a hold of me, Josh at MiniWarGaming.com. Whether you want to kind of just talk tactics or if you have a kind of long-winded question or comment, that's probably the easiest way because I can't always reply to comments as easily as you might think. Other than that, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And as always, guys, happy wargaming. Vault members, go ahead and click on the link below. It'll take you to the next game. It's going to be me playing the Stormcast versus Alex playing the Fire Slayers. If you're not a Vault member, you can click that link below anyways. It'll take you to a 7-day free trial. You get to check this game out, as well as everything else we have in the Vault. In the Vault, we have twice as much content, because everything we do in pairs. So that's twice as many bat reps, as well as gives you access to the full narrative campaigns, Chris and Janine's painting tips and tricks, and all sorts of other fun stuff. Check it out, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and as always, happy wargaming.